So to start things off, I will be giving an analysis of the movie Split and talking about its psychological features that were seen or probably portrayed in the movie. I also want to include a little background information that I believe is necessary for the video in order to continue and explaining this. For example, the movie Split gives a good representation of the personality disorder dissociative identity disorder, but not so accurate because the character is portrayed as someone malevolent or someone full of violence, someone abusive, when in reality, a person that has dissociative identity disorder is not so violent or abusive. In fact, they're just trying to battle other people from taking over their lives within one person, which is other people by saying other personalities. And by taking over their lives, I mean just bringing in them in random times in order to them to push out. But in the movie, the main character, cannot control that, cannot control his personality. They just come in random times whenever they want. But in reality, one can control their personalities and when to bring them in and when to bring them out. So, so in that area, it's not so accurate, but it does give a good representation. And so moving on, many critics have commented on this, but the public has learned this this concept more specifically and applied it to different personalities for an individual and society to possibly have, meaning that the public has now accepted the fact that there's people out there with DID, and they have learned this because of the movie. Also, this movie is not the first nor the last to present a mental disorder into a movie. In fact, it's part of a trilogy. First, it is Unbreakable, then this movie Split, and then Glass, which talks about or brings in two other personality disorder. But for now, let's stick to the movie Split. So, in the movie, the main character starts off by kidnapping three girls and taking them with him to a secret location and keeping them there for a long time. However, as time passes by, the girls start to realize that the same person possesses different people within him. For example, the first person that they saw was a girl, and the girl was the same person, the same main character, the same male guy that kidnapped them. However, it was just a different personality within him. And so as the movie progresses, the three girls start to see other personalities that show up within the main character. And this is one of the criteria that is mentioned in the DSM-5. In fact, the DSM-5 states that a person must have two or more distinct identities or personality states that are present, with each having relatively enduring pattern of perceiving, relating to, and thinking about the environment and self. And so, three particular personalities that are within the main character are the beast, the girl, and the little boy. And so to start off with the little boy, the character first introduces the little boy when he's in distress, when he's, panicking because he calls out for his mommy and he's just worried about what his friends are going to think and what his peers are going to think of him. And that personality is taken in with the same main character. That same main character possesses a personality of a child, even though he's in his mid-20s. And so the second personality is the girl. And the girl is seen early on in the movie because the girls that he kidnapped are crying for help, and they see a woman outside of the door and try calling for help. However, that so to say woman is dressed up, and in reality it's the guy. The guy is dressed up as a woman and he is talking like a woman to them and he's expressing his feelings as a woman. And so that's another personality that's taken in with him, with the main character. And so the last one, the beast, is the main thing that, brings everything in, that ties everything around throughout this whole movie and the whole disorder of this dissociative identity disorder. And the reason being is because in DSM-5, another criteria that it states is that the person must be distressed by the disorder or have trouble functioning in one or more major life areas because of this disorder. So the beast is another personality that's within the same main character, but the reason why he has dissociative identity disorder is because of the beast. All of his other personalities do not want the beast to come out, so they're always just going against what the beast is saying. And so the beast is the main distress of the disorder, or the area in his life that's causing the disorder. And so because he has that distress in his life, other personalities, again, like mentioned, are feeding in and trying to avoid for the beast to come out. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, but it is good effort from the same person because he's bringing in 23 other different personalities and 3 on, like I only mentioned. So with that being said, 3 personalities really stuck out to me, those 3. And in order to have a dissociative identity disorder, you at least only need 2. And in the movie, the main character has 23. So that's a really big jump. And it should be obvious enough that the main character should be diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder because he has plenty more than 2 identities or personality states to go around. And also, there's a sign of distress in the main character, and that's one of the personalities, the beast. So to tie all of this together, in the DSM-5, those 2 criteria stand out in the movie. Those 2 criteria are met in the movie. There's a sign of distress, which is one of the personalities, the beast, and then there's plenty more of personalities than just 2 to go around. And so overall, I would like to say that watching this movie just really was an eye-opener for me because I really did not know anything about the dissociative identity disorder until I came across this class. And then I started to realize that the movie Split related to that personality disorder. But in all, I just hope that I've opened up a few eyes. I hope that I gave a clearer message of the movie and the disorder itself. Because I think it's a really interesting disorder to touch upon, and I think it's really important because it is possible. It is possible for anyone to have it, and it is possible to anyone to come up with this disorder. I just hope like I said, I made a clearer picture, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I just really hope that I have made this particular topic of psychology, dissociative identity disorder, a lot more intriguing for you, and I hope that I've made a clear picture, like I already said, because that was the main goal, and because I tried relating it to something that was relevant while still bringing in something that was somewhat complicated to explain. Aside from that, thank you.